Hey everybody, welcome to this video. I'm Patrick Kellogg, and this video is how to add the total users that are enrolled in a course. And someone posted just yesterday that they wanted something like this, and I think they ended up buying a course builder for $90 or something, and it had an add-on for it, and that's fine and dandy. But most of these things you can do with just a few lines of code. And the idea that you need to gloat or bloat your site with unnecessary abstraction layers, to me, is kind of foolish, unless you have need to do that. But so anyway, let's take a look at the code here. First, we'll look at the course. Now, here's the course that I'm editing, and you see I have a new shortcode, and it's called ELC underscore users underscore in underscore course. And this one has no parameter to it, so it grabs the current course. That means you can put it on any course, and it'll go ahead and be smart enough to work with that course. And you could even put it in the course.php file, or you could write a filter and put it in functions.php and detect if it's a course, it's the current page, and then add it to the content filter at the very top, or other ways. So that's with no argument or no parameter. This one has a parameter, so this gets a specific course with this ID number. And so when we run this right here, and I'll just refresh the page, and for a little music, let me do this. Okay, so I've got an intro into it. Now we see that we have the renderings, and it's just simply turning back, returning some HTML. So if we look at this with the inspector, we see that we have something called a P tag, and it has a class in it. And so maybe I could clean that up a bit. But so we have a shortcode then that we put on the page that we saw. And if we look at the code, you see how simple the code is. It has the add shortcode. Here's the shortcode. It calls a function, which calls this function. They're both named the same. It passes in attributes. It takes the first one that you have called course ID, and it shoves it into a variable. Now, if that's empty, it assumes that you want to get the global post, which is the course ID that you're currently on. And then it goes ahead and runs a function, and then it gets the count, and then it simply returns it as HTML. And that's all it does. And I put a little class on here, and I put a label. You could change that, and then it puts the variable. And this double quotes here uses interpolation, so it returns this the count here. So that's basically about all there is to it. So if I go in here, and if I go into users, and again, this is the current course. This is a CSS crash course. So if I were to go into users and maybe go into this user that I'm editing, and if I were to delete him from this crash course like this manually, and then update my changes by clicking update the user here. Let me try that again. Okay, I did that. And then if I go back over to here, and then if I refresh, this should decrement by 1 to 4. Let's see if that works. So it does. So that's all there is to it.